the last Craftsman Truck Series race we did, as these 2 weeks have flown by fast. Now, the last race was at Phoenix. It was won by the 11 of Urbane, and here we go, welcoming you to the Atlanta Motor Speedway here in Hampton, Georgia. Now, we're going to get you a little weather report before we get started here. So let's look up Hampton, Georgia on the weather app. And when it finally loads. Alright, it's 84 degrees and it feels like 80 is on the way. Don't want to have to delay, and it looks like it's clear. So, it's 200 from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And it's not letting me invite my friend for some reason. There we go. And we're just going to pretend it's the new Atlanta, so it is the Super Speedway style track. And yeah, that's how we're going to do. So in about 54 seconds, we're going to kick off. Alright, so 22 seconds now. And again, 130 laps, 200 miles here in the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And we also want to tell you that today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race, which was supposed to start about now actually, has been postponed to Monday. And that time will vary, probably 6:30 p.m. on Monday. So just to let you guys know that you won't be seeing the Xfinity cars on the track today. And the only reason they won't be on the track tomorrow is because we got to run the Cup race tomorrow. So here we go. Urbane on the inside. Daniel's on the outside.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready.
And green flag, and we're underway.
Car outside. All right, you're clear. Inside. Road clear.
So it looks like a 40-lap stage one, and the caution is out. And the 12 is tapping the 11 like crazy on the 11 screen. Alright, so we re-racked them. Let's restart them.
Coming to the green. Be ready here. Race out.
The 11, the winner of the last race, and looks like 44 laps can be ran.
Hold your line. Got one outside.
We have not completed a lap at the Atlanta Motor Speedway yet. The 12 is the laggy. You can come to party, or you can unmute now if you want.
Coming to the green. Be ready here.
Yeah, you're really laggy.
All right, let's go.
Green flag back in the air. Yeah, you're laggy on my screen.
Car on the outside now.
So will we get a single lap complete?
Now it's medium.
So the 11 has been out front for every lap so far. Will we finally complete a lap? And we finally do complete a lap, and the first green flag lap completed, led by the 11. I'm not sure why it was so laggy on the start. Austin Wayneself up to second, looking for that first win of the season. 11 trying to hold him off, trying to match the wins he has in the Cup Series. He has 4 wins.
Got one inside.
And there will be a truck race next week because we tackled the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina. Excited for that one, as that is the home track for NASCAR, as NASCAR is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's a hometown track race next weekend. We got the trucks, Xfinity, and the Cup guys taking on the Coca-Cola 600, the longest race on the Cup Series schedule. Caution is out for the third time. So we completed about 3 green flag laps. And then the caution came out. Getting ready for the restart here. Green flag. So there's 28 to go in stage 1. Oh, there's a truck off the track off of turn 2. Looks like he's going to keep it under control, so we should stay green here. And no, we're not. Caution. So only 3 green flag laps completed, folks. Can we talk about how the 11's been really good on the restarts, though? And the start? Look at this. Oh, and half the field is now gone. So now it's just the 11. On the track with a bunch of the other guys. Clay Greenfield, look at him. "24 laps to go in the stage. And hopefully the 11 can hold these guys off. I mean, he's been really good on those restarts. Been really good about staying out front. He's got Austin Wayne Self right behind him there. He's going to have to let Austin Wayne Self by. So now the goal is just to run down Austin Wayne Self. And see if you can get the lead back. Well, we know this, the 11 is clearly good at the restarts here. And every bit of it. So 20 laps to go. In stage 1. And why don't we grab a side-by-side break?
flag.
Caution is out as we went side by side for literally 2 seconds. But look at this. Now that the 11 is caught up with the 22 of Wayne Self, he was better at the restarts than Wayne Self was when he was in the lead.
Coming to the green, driver.
Can he fire off real good?
Green is out. Gotta combo now.
16 laps to go. He fired off really good.
Got one inside. Both clear.
And now as long as they don't go 3 wide behind him again, I think he could hang on to the lead this time. $15 to go. Stage 1, we've already seen 4 caution flags. Wayne Self is not that far behind. One mistake by the 11 and he is there. And going way up the track, that's going to allow him to make up some of that time. Yep, here he comes with a run.
Car outside. Hold your line. All clear.
Now you got to see if you can hold off the 00. This is going to be a back and forth battle for the lead, and the better truck's going to win the stage. Oh, the 11 better get back low. He does get back low to block the 00 in time, but
Got one down low now. Outside, outside.
now look at him having to block the trucks because of that one mistake. Just 11 to go in stage 1. And the 11's goal is to stay out front.
To go.
10 laps to go in the opening stage. Way up the track. He's got to get low again. And he does. But look at this. They're back up there.
Got one down low now. All right, you're clear.
Uh-oh. He's going to give up the lead here.
All clear. Outside, outside. All right, you're clear.
9 laps to go in the stage. He's not out of it yet. Use that draft to your advantage. That's exactly what he's doing. He's using the draft to his advantage. Angel's looking to hold on, but the 11's also trying to get there. And he did. He got into a back bumper. Six laps to go in the opening stage. And with 6 laps to go, look at the momentum the 11 has coming off of 2. Can he clear her for the lead? He does. Now the 11's just got to make sure he doesn't make another mistake like he did to lose the lead.
5 more laps.
And he's got to do that for 5 laps. That was a nice job by the 11 running the 00 back down. I feel like if it was 10 laps to go in the race and it was like that, he would have still been able to run her down. Just 4 laps remain in stage 1. And look at that, he's got Rutsch all the way back there. I say, let's keep her back there for the final 3 laps so you can win this stage. He's got 19% on his right front tire though, he might want to be careful. Does he even have enough to make it to the end of the stage? That's another thing to think about. He could blow a tire and Rutsch could still win it, as there's 2 laps to go in the stage. And Rutsch is running him down now, so it might be a drag race to the finish. Final lap of stage 1. Despite the tire going down, can the 11 hang on? One last try for the 00. Doesn't look like she's going to get there. The 11 of Urbane will win stage 1 here at Atlanta.
Won that stage. Way to go, driver.
So it was Urbane, Rutsch, Wayne Self, Dean, and Greenfield that make up the top 5 for that stage. And despite losing the lead a couple of times, the 11 was able to run the 00 down with 6 laps to go and win the stage. The 11 elects to pit. He'll restart first because he was the last one to pit.
Alright, you're coming in green. Be ready here.
Stage 2 underway. The 11's been good on the restarts all day so far. And it looks like he's going to be good on this restart, too. And you see what the key is to this racetrack, running from high to low going into the turns. The 11 said that he wishes he would have done that a lot more in that stage because he probably could have led every lap in stage 1. But start doing it now. He's got Wayne Self all over his back bumper though, so it's going to be a little hard. Running from high to low, he's going to have to run the high side in the turn. Oh, Wayne Self gets loose. And the 11 goes below the line because he has to avoid the wreck. And will remain in the lead. I think the 11 got to the back bumper of the 22 there a little bit. Oh, you see, he had to let off the gas there because he hit the apron. That will shoot you back up the track. But look at... It's going to be a long stage, too, if it continues going like this. But look at the 32 has the run. On the high side, the 11 makes some contact with him. Gets him into the wall a little bit. And even though he won last week, you got to do what you got to do. Points are points at the end of a stage, so if you have to... He's got the trucks all over his back bumper, though, so hopefully, eventually, they'll start competing for that second position a lot more. So that way he can pull away from them. But it's gonna be like this for a good minute. Especially on this new paved surface. Which again, we're pretending it's the new paved surface, so... We've seen 5 caution flags in this race so far. So far, none in stage 2. And if the 11 keeps up this racing, he might be able to win here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway today. I mean, you see him using that high to low when he can, and if he can't, he lets off the gas a little bit going into the turn. And he's got Angela Rutsch frustrated right now. She's trying to pick up her second career win, her first of this season. And the 11's blocking her, and he has 3 wins. But wins do not mean anything. A driver could win consecutive races, so... She's going to have to try a little harder, especially because the 3-time champ isn't going to let her by that easy. The only way he's letting her by is if he makes a mistake. Or if she runs him down and he can't block her because she's just that good. Austin Wayne's self back up there after that little mishap moment. He actually got the lead, but he was so loose going into the turn that the 11 was able to get on the below the apron, because at that point he's avoiding a collision with the 22, so that's why that is legal, and get the lead back. And that almost was our first caution this stage. But even Austin Wayne self, it looks like, is really going to have to fight with the 3-time champ if he wants first position. The trick to winning at this track, use the draft to your advantage and run down the leader to get the lead. Obviously, that's everyone's goal, to get the lead to win, people might say, but at a track like this that uses drafting, you really want to do that, as we'll take you side by side again.
Got a combo now. Keep it steady, driver, through the line.
Caution is out again. The 11 lost the lead during that break, but he was using the draft to his advantage, and I think he would have been able to run him down in a couple of laps and get the lead back, but he followed the #1 rule of winning here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and that was using that draft to his advantage, and he should be able to use it to his advantage to take the lead right back here, as he's going to take it 3 wide, going into turn 1 for the lead. And he clears both Angela Rutsch and Austin Wayne Self, as look at that, Gustine does the same thing, so they must have not have got going on that restart, as that is the 6th caution, or was the 6th caution of this race. But here we go, high to low. We mentioned it earlier. That's how you manage, that's how you stay low going into the turn, is you go from high side to low side. As he should do the same thing on the front stretch here. Yep. All the way up, all the way down going into the turn. As we are coming to 20 laps to go in the stage this time by. And the 11 has a half-second lead, and he might be able to stretch that out as they're battling for it back there. As there's 20 to go here in stage 2, the 11 out front looking good out front here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and not just out front, looking good in general. He definitely could be a threat to win, and even if he does lose the lead in the final stage, a late caution, the 11 could win here, or the 11 could stay out in front and win. I mean, he's just that good of a truck here today. As there's 19 laps to go in stage 2, and if he doesn't really win this stage, it's not that big of a deal because he won stage 1, but obviously he wants to win this stage, so he's going to try to stay out in front. Or if he does lose a lead, try to run him down, and if you can't, you can't. The final stage is really what's going to matter the most. Yeah, because you get 20 points and 5 playoff points for winning a race. We mentioned that Urbane has won 3 of the last 4 races. And it could be 4 of the last 5 here today if he keeps racing the way he is here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So he knows the 22 is on the high side. He's going to have to be prepared to block Austin Wainsell. But Angela Rutsch, she's a good truck too. obviously trying to pick up her first win of the season. And even though it's still early yet, lock her ticket to the playoffs so that way she doesn't have anything to worry about later on in the season. And we have the 11 locked in with 3 wins, trying to earn his 4th.
Hold your line. Got one outside. All right, you're clear.
Nice block on Austin Wayne Self there. He's going to have to do it again, though, because Wayne Self has an excellent run on that outside line. "15 laps to go." The top 3 trucks right now are definitely contenders to win this thing. They're just fast and good. The 11 showing he can hang on to the lead for multiple laps. That wasn't the case at Fontana. Or Las Vegas, really, even though he won. But he still did lead a good amount of laps at Vegas. It's just like, on the start of the race, I believe he started first, and then he lost like 20 spots. And here at this race, he started first, hung on to first for quite a while. And here he is back in first place, hanging on to it. He's got a gap off of Wayne Self now, so it's going to take Wayne Self a couple more laps to catch back up to him. And now he can actually run up by the wall on that high side a lot more now. Now that Wayne Self isn't directly on his back bumper, because you don't want to go up there and then Wayne Self get a nice run on the bottom and pass you. Would definitely love to see, though, if he can hang on to it this time, as there will be 10 laps to go in the stage. And if the caution comes out, he definitely might have to give up the lead for tires, because looks like he's got 18%, and I don't know if he can make it on 18% tire to the end of the stage.
All right, here we go.
10 laps to go in the stage, and who knows, maybe there will be a caution. Couple cautions to where he can win the stage under caution. But again, if he doesn't win the stage, it does not matter, as long as he wins the race. Final 9 laps. He only lost 6% tire in a lap, so that's not good, because that means he's not going to have He's probably not going to make it to the end of the stage. He might have to run on a blown tire to the end. Unless if we get a caution. I think you definitely got to try to stay out though. Because like, let's say you get under 5 to go and then you blow the tire, the caution might come out for you blowing the tire. And you could win the stage on a blown tire.
You're wearing those tires now, driver.
6 laps to go in the stage. Remember, anything under 5 to go, if the caution comes out, the stage ends. So he's got to try to make it around here 2 laps and then hope for a caution. Or just try to keep going.
And 12 laps to go. That counts 5.
Maybe he could catch up to this lap traffic, which would really help him.
You're wearing those tires down, driver. Tires down.
And there is a tire down. Austin Wainsdale should be able to catch back up. And he will catch up on the high side.
Car high. Careful. Car high. Careful.
And yeah, see, that's the thing. He's going to have to give up the stage because he has a tire down.
Got one up top. All clear.
Oh, he lost it.
Top 5 that stage.
And gets a top 5. So, again, we mentioned that he has to give up the stage win, as Angela Rutsch got it, because he blew the tire, and hope for a caution, which he also got. And that is good. I mean, but he also did lose it in the turn and ended up spinning out
Coming to the green. Be ready here.
his number 68 there, which was Greenfield, as the final stage was underway. And, I mean, that's okay because it helped him get the top 5 that he needed. For he still got points. He got the stage win in stage 1.
All clear.
And now he's got to go for the race win here.
Clear high, bud. All right, you're clear. All right, clear outside.
So I would say at least 2 pit stops will be required here in the final stage. For everybody to make it. And the 11, you see him trying to get past these guys, so that way he can go up there and compete for the lead. And contact with Nemechek there.
High, careful. Hold your line, got one outside.
Got him into Crafton. And into Haley Diggin. Oh, we got her in the wall. And the caution is out. And he goes back to 8th place. So that is the 8th caution flag.
All right,
6th for incident
ready. Got one.
in this race. And I mean, you talk about the 11 getting the good restarts. That's not what the problem is. The problem is when he loses, like, the leaders because he can't get around a truck.
All clear.
Like you saw him working with Clay Greenfield there. Who is the only Toyota in the top 5 right now. And I'd like to see if the 11 can run them down here. He's gaining laps on Dean. You gotta use that draft to your advantage. As he goes 3 wide for 3rd.
All outside. Hold your line. Careful, still there. Still there. Hold your line, got one outside. All clear.
And the 11 did rub Clay Greenfield in the wall, and that is a caution. And the 11 did decide to go pit because he can use that to his advantage too. I mean, you lose position on the track, but if you pit, the others still got to pit.
Almost ready.
Then, you know, you can use that to your advantage. I'm thinking the 11 pits one more time before this race is over, just to make sure he can make it, and then runs them down
All clear.
and challenges for the lead. You see him just willing to give up that track position right there,
You're all clear.
so that way he could get fresh tires. And I think
Careful, still there.
with probably less than 25 to go, that's going to be the next time he goes down pit road and gets those tires and that fuel to make sure he can make it the final
Careful, still
laps of
there.
the race.
Clear all around. All the way to the wall. Hold your line.
Rubbing with Clay Greenfield to try to get the track position, and manages to do it. Look at Austin Wayne Self going for that lead. The 11 is using Dean's draft. And he's using it to his advantage. Austin Wayne Self's going for the lead. The 11's trying to get up there in third. That way he can run them down while they're trying to battle for it. .30 laps to go, and I think that this is where the 11 is probably going to decide to pit. Because you want to be able to get up there and compete with them. As the 11 comes back up the track, oh, he gets into Dean. And that is exactly what brings out the caution. And how about that? He gained track position.
Alright, be smart out here. Going green. Ready.
And he can run to the end now, so all he's got to do is let Dean around him. And everybody should be able to make it to the end of this race. As Rutsch goes for the lead, starting to pull away a little with it. The 11 is using her draft though. And was using her draft. And I mean, you see what he did there, because he doesn't want Austin Wayne Self coming out there when he's trying to fight for the lead. So, I mean, he gave him a little rub into the wall, and I don't know if that should have been a caution, but that does the 11 some good, because look at this. Now he's 3 wide for the lead, and he gets it. But can he hang on to it? That's the question. We've seen him hang on to it for a stage win earlier. And if he can do that, he should be able to hang on to it for the win here at Atlanta. .21 laps to go, though. Rutsch and Wayne Self are there.
Hold your line, got one outside. Inside. Outside. Hold your line, got one inside.
And he loses some track position because of Wayne Self there.
going green. Be ready here.
And I hate to do this green field, but I really need the bottom. Sorry,
Clear
dude.
outside. Caution.
Okay. So now we're gonna do the restart.
All right, you're coming to the green. Almost ready. All right, dig, driver.
And here's the green flag.
All right, you're clear.
16 to go.
Still there. All right, clear outside.
Look at Rutch pulling out there. But the 11 is in the draft.
Inside. Clear low.
$14 to go.
Calling the outside now. Caution.
And you see him do the same thing to Dean to keep him behind him. Getting ready for the restart, and he should be good on the outside here in second.
Going green. You ready? All right, let's go. Got one inside.
And we're green. With 11 laps to go.
All clear.
Now can he hang on to the lead? We'll have to see.
All right, here we go. Nice and smooth.
Final 10 laps here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Got a car low now. Clear low, bud. Car outside.
And with 10 laps to go in stage one,
Got a car
he ran her down. And he lost some track position there.
Yellow flag.
And it's going to have to be Greenfield again.
All right, you're coming to the green. You ready? Green flag, green flag. Car outside.
Because I really need the low side.
Powers call the caution.
Alright, here we go.
Coming to the green. You ready? Green is out.
Green flag.
Still there. Stay low, stay low. All clear. Inside. Powers call the caution.
Dang it.
We're going green.
You see the 11 with his aggressiveness as we go into the closing laps of this one.
Stay on the bottom here. Clear high, bud.
And we are in overtime.
Car on the outside now. You got room. You're clear.
The next flag ends it.
Stay on the bottom here. You're all clear up top.
Can he run down the leaders? Austin Wayneself is going to win at Atlanta. How about that?
Counts on 5. You got it.
Can't complain about a third place finish, that's one thing's for sure. That was a pretty darn good race. And Austin Wayneself locks himself into the playoffs with that win. So that was a pretty darn good race. Cannot complain about a third place finish. Austin Wayneself picks up his first win of the season. And locks himself into the playoffs. And next week, it is off to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the North Carolina Education Lottery 200. And until then, so long, everybody. Honestly, I could not complain about that finish. That was a pretty darn good finish. I probably should have wrecked her, though, because she was pretty darn good.